Welcome, welcome. Let's get in here. Let's get in here. Welcome back to living the best version of your reality. Right? For those of you that don't know me, my name is Harrison Joey, and I am an intuitive reader. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you find that you resonate with these messages, please do feel free to share, like, subscribe, all of that. And for the ones that keep coming back, you are highly appreciated every single time. Hi, Lisa. How are you? Good evening. Right? How is everybody doing tonight? I don't know what's going on over here, but we're gonna get it together. Put this over here. Good evening, Lisa. How are you? I missed you guys. I feel like I haven't been on here in like forever, right? But I don't know. We're gonna get into some things. I do have some downloads for you guys. Obviously, we're always gonna get into some downloads. Um, so welcome to the Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine love reading for this week. Because we already did the individual divine masculine and divine feminine. If you missed those readings, then you can go back, go out to my channel, and you'll be able to find them on there. The individual divine masculine and divine feminine, which it was a great fucking reading if you ask me. I hope you guys are doing well, especially after that new moon in Scorpio that we just had. I know Scorpio was highly affected. I know a lot of relationships were highly affected. Um, but anywho, we are going to get into some things, right? I do have some downloads. But I do want to see what energy the moon is in. I do believe that the moon must be in Aries right now. A waxing crescent moon in Aries. Or waxing gibbous moon. Let's check that out, right? Good evening, good evening. Get in here, collective. Let's check it out here. So it is a waxing gibbous moon in Aries. So the feeling of uncertainty can make you solve problems faster than is natural. Do not rush as if there was a deadline. Try to slow down so that you can decide what you can or want to do and proceed at your own comfortable pace. So I kind of feel like for a lot of you with this love reading and this energy, a lot of you are starting to realize that a lot of the things and decisions that you have to make within these connections and these relationships, right? Are you a transgender? I'm non-binary. If it matters so much, can I get a reading? The link to my private readings are in the description box, love. Okay. Um. Hello, I'm new and don't mind my old profile picture. Don't worry. I'm not worried about your profile picture. I'm just here to give you guys your messages and keep it pushing, right? I work for the divine and that's what I'm here for. So don't worry about all of that, collective, okay? So, um, but welcome in, okay? Get comfy because we're going to get into some things, okay? So this energy, I kind of feel like a lot of you are starting to realize that with uncertainty comes change. Like a lot of the reason why when you do feel uncertain when it comes to these relationships and these connections is because change is going to follow right behind it. A lot of you are being forced to create decisions or make decisions that's creating uncertainty because you're making decisions that don't resemble the relationships and the connections that you perceived growing up, or the relationships that are around you. A lot of the decisions that you are starting to make within these connections and relationships is resembling an idea or a vision of how you want to be in a relationship, or what you expect from a relationship, and what's tied to your self-deservance and all of that, right? So with that energy, I kind of feel like a lot of you are starting to understand that with a lot of these connections and things that is going on in your life, whether it's romantic, platonic, familial, whatever it might be, a lot of you are going to start to learn that a lot of the times, the reason why we're even in these connections and relationships, it has nothing to do with the benefit of our emotions and our soul, and what is going to help us develop or evolve spiritually, mentally, or emotionally, right? I feel like a lot of the times it has to do with what society told us was going to get us loved and supported or have stability, or this is the norm. If you don't have somebody, then X, Y, and Z, right? I kind of feel like a lot of you are starting to realize, especially with the Aquarius age coming in 2025, and also with the energy of being in divine feminine season with winter and fall and going into the dark night of the soul. A lot of you are realizing that I really don't have to be in these relationships if it's not serving me. I really don't have to be in these type of familial ties, or family ties, if it's not serving me. I really don't have to be in this, or accept this if it's not bringing any type of satisfaction emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, right? And I kind of feel like a lot of you now are starting to question those aspects and those connections and those relationships of your reality, right? What else is going on right now for a lot of you? 703, which is number 10, which, like I said, coming to a closing of a cycle. Let's go into prayer, and then I'm going to go into the download, okay? So thank you, Father, Mother God, for waking us up today. Allow us to be an extension of you. Understanding, overstanding, and understanding that we're constantly connected to God, so our spiritual guides, archangels, ascended masters, ancestors, anything that is high vibrational, to get these messages across to divine masculine and divine feminine, so they can be able to expand and evolve beyond what they can see in this space and time. Thank you for your love, your wisdom, and support every day. We're nothing without it, and definitely nothing without you. Thy is the sun, and the sun is me. It is the one, and it is thee. The one that gives us polarity in life, it gave us evolution, polarity in night. Two lights that derive from the same source that makes us in its image from the ultimate force. It travels through space and archetypes of mind, where here in the below you can also find. As above, it is below. When we transcend, we return and regrow. Remind yourself of who you are as you come from the light of God, as you come from the shining star. So it be. If you find that you resonate with these messages, do hit the like button, share the video so it can circulate, and hit the algorithm for everybody else. Sharing is caring. Share the truth. You can save somebody's life, right? Um. So, in other astrological news, we're about to go into Mercury retrograde, and I feel like it's in Libra, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. I might be wrong. Don't quote me on that. It is November 15th. Sorry, November 25th to December 17th. So isn't, yeah, so thank God if you didn't quote me, because isn't Sagittarius, right? So the Sagittarius energy with the Mercury retrograde and this love energy, Sagittariuses are very like adventurous and explorative and like always all over the motherfucking place. So I kind of feel like this is you exploring different avenues, crevices, corners of how to connect to people emotionally, mentally, physically, and all of that, right? November 12th. Nice. So you're a Sag. Are you a Sag? No, you're not a Sag. You're a Scorpio. Yeah, you're a Scorpio. Hi, Terry. How are you? Hello, hello. Good evening. Okay. Make sure to like the video for the algorithm. Share the video to your social platform. Sharing is caring. The video is free. Remember, if you want private readings, it's in the description box. All of my other handles is in the description box, okay? So we're going to go into the Mermaid Oracle. I want to go into Divine Masculine energy and then go into Divine Feminine energy. And then we're going to tie it in with the Tarot and go with some advice and see what's going on, okay? I'm doing well, thank you, love. Of course. Okay, I will. Yes. Okay, let's go and see what's going on here. Divine Masculine, what is the energy? Huh? The wave of power and the sisterhood in reverse. This is really interesting energy for you, Divine Masculine. Sorry. So the sisterhood is not in reverse, it's upright. But the wave of power is in reverse. So you have number 5 and you have number 6. The conflict is, Divine Masculine, is that a lot of you are starting to realize that the more you tend to exert testosterone and ego and I want to be in control and things have to be like this, and if you don't do this and I'm not going to be satisfied, the more that you act like that, the more that you starting to realize that you're not getting what you want. And it's because the universe is kind of forcing a lot of you to emotionally upgrade yourself, to how you express yourself in relationships, to asking for what you need, how you not want things done because you're not a dictator, is how you're willing to collaborate to get that result. You understand what I'm saying, Divine Masculine? I kind of feel like a lot of you are really working with the sisterhood, with the divine feminine energy, and wanting to tap into your emotions more, wanting to have the conversations that are difficult, wanting to be able to express a lot of the things that you couldn't express before, wanting to be able to, it kind of feels, you know what it feels like? It feels like that energy, like everything that men deem to be like corny, like, oh, you're pussy whooped, or oh, you're really acting really soft, or oh, you must be a simp. Like all of those things, a lot of you are starting to wanting to tap into them because you're starting to realize that if I don't work on these emotional aspects of myself that were abandoned at some point, whether it was my father, my mother, the relationships that I got myself into because I desperately wanted to be validated, or I wanted to stroke my own ego, whatever the fuck it was, Divine Masculine, a lot of you now are starting to realize that the more wave of power that I push onto the Divine Feminine, the less that I get from everybody. Whether they're Divine Masculine or Feminine, you can be into the same sex, it doesn't matter. The point is that the more that you use your ego within these relationships and these connections, the less that you're going to get. That's just where we're at. That's how I feel. I'm glad that you resonate, Deshawn. Or Deshawn, sorry. I'm glad that you resonate, right? So the wave of power is realizing that the less that I'm in control, the more that I can learn. The less that I'm in control, the more that I can observe. The less that I'm in control, the more that I can analyze and reflect. The more that I'm not in control and I'm not trying to exert this power, the more that I can understand what the fuck is happening so I can be able to get the highest timeline possible to get the result that I want. Right? So at the end of the day, I kind of feel like with Divine Masculine, a lot of you are going into that sisterhood. A lot of you are having those conversations with your mothers, with your sisters, with your girlfriends, with your cousins, the people that you view as the representation of what you would want to be with, or the emotional intelligence that you want to aspire to have. Right? And then look at what's at the bottom of the deck. The Aphrodite. The return of Aphrodite. Some of you could be a Taurus. Some of you could be a Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Like I said, maybe even a Cancer. Or some of you are dealing with somebody that's in that sign, or maybe even a Libra, because Venus, which is Aphrodite, rules Libra and Taurus. Some of you are finally, divine masculine, are receiving the divine key to open up somebody's emotional chest here. Like some of you, divine masculine, were dealing with somebody who was just as emotionally closed as you are or were. It's 6:10. I have to go to work. Well, have a good night at work, and I hope that what you heard you resonated with, and you can always come back and finish listening to the reading. Thank you for tuning in. So, with this energy, I kind of feel like divine masculine. Some of you finally got somebody to open up emotionally here. And for others of you, this is more of you, divine masculine, finally opening up to somebody. And at the time and the tide, oceanic spells and rituals. Yeah, some of you are reminiscing, literally drawing hearts on the sand, drawing your name and somebody else's name on a piece of paper, divine masculine, thinking about the memories that you had. For some of you, if you let go of this person, for others of you, if you're just separate from this person and you're not able to have the results that you want with them, a lot of you are reminiscing on the good times that you had to kind of get yourself through the fact that it's over or that you're in separation. For others of you, this is more about yourself, divine masculine, and being able to put yourself outside of time and within the tide of your emotional self to get yourself out of these emotional spells and rituals that don't allow you to express yourself emotionally within these relationships and connections here. Let's go to divine feminine. Some of you, but before we go into divine feminine, for divine masculine, it's definitely talking a lot about really, being appreciative of those friendships, allies, compatible souls, and loyalty, and the joy that it brings you from the people that are actually, reciprocal when it comes to the things that you are actually willing to put out there. Divine masculine, being aware of those that are actually there for you for genuine unconditional love, and being able to become aware of the fact that you haven't been reciprocating that energy and that now you will start to, kind of like stepping back from the ego a little bit, right? Divine feminine energy. Visions and motherhood. Divine feminine energy, a lot of you are worried about motherhood right now. A lot of you are trying to get that into like structure and balance and harmony. Divine feminine with the number 46, which is number 10, and then number 37, which is number 10. So you have 1010. You're closing out a lot of things that don't serve you when it comes to how you mother your children and the love that you have for your children and how you display this love and how you know, how sometimes you may be the fault of the things that are happening between the relationship of you and your children, right? A lot of you need to realize that a lot of the reasons why a lot of you divine feminine can even have a successful relationship with a man, divine feminine, is because you don't have a great relationship with your inner child or your children. You keep trying to love yourself through these people and these men and whatever it is that you're into, instead of loving yourself through your children and healing yourself while teaching them the things that were never taught to you. These are the visions you need to be worried about. And for some of you divine feminine that are so fixated on why your divine masculine or baby's father or whatever doesn't have a relationship with your children, is only a direct reflection of the one that you don't have either. Just because you're the one mothering them and giving them milk and clothing them and does not mean you have an actual emotional intelligent relationship with your children or structure or environment where you're able to have these conversations where you can correct the things within them that you couldn't correct until now. But then you're trying to come down your baby's father's throat as to why they don't have a healthy relationship. They don't even have a healthy relationship with themselves, which is only a reflection of yourself because you chose them to be the fucking father. Hello? So what does that say about your internal relationship with self and the ones that you have with your children? Some of you are deciding that the only thing I'm going to be worried about is just me and my children. I mean, that's the only choice you have. You thinking that you can control your baby's father or who you're with or what's going on to get the results of the shit that you want, it's not going to happen. And it's funny because I didn't even go into the downloads. I went straight into the cards. I will read them quickly. Going with the flow doesn't get you a relationship. Being grounded within self-love does. At that point, you're dating and courting with no intention. When you manifest, do you just say, I'm just going with the flow, or set an actual intention and act upon it? The same has to happen with dating. There has to be an intent. It's not just walking around fucking and sucking and buckling and trying to validate yourself through relationships and then ending up with kids and then being like, oh, well, I don't know how this happened. Well, it happened because you was just fucking sucking and doing all this crazy shit without understanding the emotional lessons behind it or how you had to conduct yourself within a relationship, and you was just walking around selfishly trying to control people and trying to get them to love you the way that your parents couldn't love you or the way that you couldn't love yourself. And I said that at 1919, which is 1010. Okay? Many of you are just having fun and end up in situationships, not relationships. Others of you have become men and women eaters and are literally succubuses and incubuses, right? Others of you, because you're addicted to the peaches and cream era because of the passion that you feel through sex and how you're validated through the sex and validated through the passion that you feel, right? And the intimacy. And then you jump to the next person. Others of you have given so much to people who never had the intent of giving you anything. So now you become the bad girlfriend or guy, or simply stopped giving, and now you're just taking everything and anything without any goal or intent, just to feed your ego on all the times it was deprived because you wrongly gave to people who couldn't reciprocate the same shit that you were giving. Right? Going with the flow defaults both people being able to go down two different paths without checking if the other is aligned to what you envisioned, and vice versa. Vision, right? Less questions and responsibility for either party involved. If there's no intention behind who you're dating or what the situation is, it's like, oh yeah, we're just having fun, acting like you're fucking robots and like you don't have emotions, right? Eventually what's going to happen is that the universe is going to take its course. It's going to make both people fall in love, and both people are going to be in this illusion of telling themselves, but we told ourselves that we're just having fun and this and that, which creates confusion, which then creates self-value issues and self-worth issues, and then you end up just having sex. Then you end up getting tied down and you end up having kids, and then all of these fucked up relationship issues and lessons and things end up trickling down to your children, and you wonder why they're acting the way that they fucking do, and they're fucking entitled and all of this other shit. And it's because now you're giving to them all of the things that you couldn't get from these relationships. Oh. You see how the energies are intertwined? And it has everything to also do with the relationships that you saw growing up, like I said in the beginning. With your parents, your uncles, your aunts, and this and that. And like, oh, well, this is what I saw. This must be the norm. And and all this other shit. Now you're upset because you put yourself in predicaments and had kids with people and situations. You're in situationships where now you have to force yourself to learn the emotional lessons that you bypassed before. For some of you, there's also a mother and a sister, like a mother and a daughter, or a mother, a daughter, and an aunt, who are like all trying to resolve an issue here as well. That was very interesting, but that's for some of you. Not having the conversations necessary to be able to determine what others are actually wanting, nor having the patience to. A lot of you are going through that energy. And then wonder why a lot of things end up the way that they do. You have to be able to feel it to be true, to manifest it in a relationship. And a lot of you aren't feeling it. A lot of you are just wanting it. And then wanting to control the people into submission, into that position of what you want them to be for you. Let me know if you guys are resonating with the messages down in the comments, how you're resonating with it. This is why we do these lives, to congregate, right? So those were the downloads. Sorry, I have to get those out the way. So secrecy and caution at the bottom. Some of you are about to find out a lot of secrets about someone. Or somebody is like on the fence of wanting to expose somebody with their secrets, but what really what the joke and the kicker is that if this person exposes the secrets of this person, they're only exposing themselves and who they truly are. This is why they're very wary about if they even want to do this. Okay. What is going on in love here? So, Divine Feminine, a lot of you should be focusing on a lot of the shit that you're seeing within your dreams. You're having a lot of out-of-body travel experiences at this time. Some of you don't realize it. It's probably why you're waking up with certain pains in your body and not knowing where they're coming from. Probably bruises or things like that. You're having a lot of out-of-body travel experiences here. Something about spirit trying to show you something about yourself and your lack of emotional intelligence, and not by choice, but because of the product of your environment or what your environment was forced to be around you during your inner child era. A lot of you are being guided to have conversations with your mom, visit your mom, your parents, heal your inner child, learn these emotional lessons. Hello from Peru, first time watching you. Hi, Milagros from Peru. You know what's funny, Milagros? My grandma's name is Milagros. And watcher from Peru, thank you so much for tuning in. And I hope that you're resonating. But with this energy, I kind of feel like a lot of you are wanting to have these conversations with these feminine energies in your life because there's something about your inner child that needs to heal here. Because if your inner child doesn't heal this aspect of yourself, then a lot of you won't have these successful relationships and connections that you actually want to have. Right? Exactly, going into the past life relationships. For some of you, the out of body travel experiences that you're about to have are about your past relationships in another life time. So pay attention to your dreams here. For others of you, it's more about your past than when you were a child. So let's go in collectively, divine feminine and masculine with the energy of love. Okay. Remember, if you resonate, to subscribe, like, share, comment, all of that for the algorithm for everybody else so it can hit the algorithm and it can circulate. So we have soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. Some of you keep asking the universe if somebody is your fucking soulmate, and the universe is sick and tired of telling you yes. You're worth waiting for. Oh, why is it taking so long for them to get it together? Why is it taking too long to fucking happen? Why is it? Because this is how the universe wants it to happen. You're not the universe, so you don't know what you're so orchestrated to happen in this lifetime. And that's why you need to be worried about healing yourself in your emotional lessons so you can be able to tap into those energies, so you can be able to have the answers. So you can stop being impatient, right? Divine timing is at work in your love life. So stop fucking trying to rush it and work on yourself. Wow, divine timing and the divine is working on your love life. Get it? Okay. Whether you're divine masculine or divine feminine. Passion in reverse. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. I heard somebody say, my heart can't sing with joy because I'm not getting what I want, and that's the point. You're not getting what you want because you have to recalibrate what you think that you want because it's not good for you. It's serving you. It's serving your ego, not your soul or your heart or your emotions. And then soulmate again, twice. Yes, this is your soulmate. Like I said, stop asking a fucking question. And keep an open mind for some of you. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Some of you are in a relationship where you're settling. Yeah, you're happy, you're this, but it's not your soulmate. It doesn't light your soul on fire. It doesn't make you want to develop, evolve. It doesn't make you want to wake up in the morning and look at this person. You're like, oh my God, this is like my other half. It doesn't make you feel this way. And it's because this person is not your soulmate. And it's because you settled for societal stability between a man and a woman, or a man and a man, a woman and a woman, whatever society deems normal. Emotional stability, or whatever it was that you settled for from this person, and now that you have outgrown it, it no longer satisfies you. So spirit is telling you that you need to keep an open mind when it comes to who you think your soulmate is, because the person that you're with is not your soulmate. Take the messages that resonate with you and leave what doesn't for everybody else. The bottom of the deck, wedding. Like I said, for some of you, this person that you keep asking, is this my soulmate? Yes, it involves marriage. You and this person in the next 10, 20 years will be married. Like, you just need to realize that you and this person are individually going through a spiritual journey and healing things about yourself in your generational lineage, to then also be able to have a healthy love relationship without getting the disappointment that some of your parents went through, right? Secondly, the ones that are in these relationships, in these marriages already, a lot of you are realizing now that you settled within these relationships because you wanted to stroke your ego. And now that you have surpassed the ego and now you want real emotional intimacy and connection and love and unconditional this and that, now a lot of you are trying to question the relationship, but you're not being honest about why you're questioning the relationship. And it's because you know that this person is not your soulmate. You know that it's not what you want or what you need, or it's not helping you evolve in some way, shape, or form. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. And for some of you, I just heard Spirit say the reason why you're afraid of this person being your soulmate is because it is your usual type and expectation. And what that means is that it's a mirror of you, and you're afraid of what this person could potentially do because you know what you're capable of. That's why you need to go heal your emotional self. But it is true love, the top of the deck. And it will end up in wedding and honeymoon. Some of you could have just got married as well, and this person is your soulmate, and you know it. So this reading is like irrelevant for you. On divine masculine side, you have soulmate, and on divine feminine side, you have soulmate as well. Let's go into the tarot collective, okay? For the ones that just got married or got into a new relationship, there's a conversation that's gonna happen between the child and like the person that you just got in a relationship with, which is really interesting. It's like the new boyfriend or girlfriend having a relationship with the child, and like, I'm not trying to take your parents' place, or I'm not trying to do this, or I'm not trying to do that. You know, I can just be your friend. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to build that trust between the people. For some of you, this is somebody's baby's mother or baby's father trying to manipulate the child of that baby's father. Because I feel like the father, the mom, or the parent or the father that's trying to talk to this child is not the parent of this child. They just grew up with this baby's mother or baby's father. And now whoever this King of Cups, Scorpio in reverse, Four of Cups, Cancer, and then the Ace of Pentacles, Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus, whoever this person is trying to manipulate this child of yours. Whether you're the cross watcher, I don't know who you are. You're probably the parent or the cross. I don't know. You might be the parent of this child, or you might be the parent that's trying to manipulate this child. Or you can be the child watching this reading and then realizing that you're being manipulated by your father or mother's baby's father or baby's mother, because they want to kind of get some type of information out of you or utilize you as some type of prop to manipulate this baby's father or baby's mother. For others of you, it's the financial stability that they can get from you that they don't have from somebody else. So it can be like everybody's grown, like this baby's father, baby's mother, and this child, but they all live together or lived together once upon a time or whatever the fuck this is. And now the baby's mother or the baby's father is benefiting that the child still lives there, or because they're paying for whatever. So this parent is trying to manipulate, or this baby's mother or baby's father is trying to manipulate the child to stay or to do this or to do that, or faking the funk because of the benefits and perks that they get out of the situation. I'm gonna move on from that because that's not for all of you. It could be somebody's birthday, Scorpio, season. I don't know. I'm hearing Scorpio. The Ten of Cups. Okay, so now we have a better energy. Some of you are about to have a conversation with somebody who wants to explore happiness with you. The Ten of Cups. This can be a Pisces, and this can be somebody who before was so much in shambles that they couldn't express this to you. With the Air of Swords, this can be a Gemini, Pisces, the Ten of Swords, Gemini, or Queen of Rods. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Pisces, Gemini, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Whoever this person is, a lot of you closed out this cycle with this person because you knew that they had too much baby mama, baby's father drama. They had financial issues. They had mental issues because of the lack of validation and all of these things that they weren't getting. And you blocked this person out from your reality, but now they're coming back in wanting to explore this happiness and commitment that you wanted to explore with them before, simply because they are no longer in this energy. With the Nine of Swords and the Ten of Swords, they're out of this energy. Even if you put it together, the 9 and 10, 19, 9 and 1, 10, they closed out this cycle. They're a whole different person. And for some of you, this is more of somebody working within their spiritual confidence to go through the journey, to go through the cycle of ending what's stopping them from being the best version of themselves to be in this happy relationship with you. They know that they have to be intentional about it, right? Because this is about intent. So they're doing the things that they need to be doing to create the results that they want. Sag here, I need her love. I forget them. I forgive them. Maybe it's not about forgiving them, and maybe it's about forgiving you for allowing whatever happened to happen. Because even if you forgave them, it doesn't mean that they might not trespass and do the same thing again. The Page of Cups. The Fool. Okay, so there's something new here. Like I said. Okay, the Page of Rods, the Ace of Cups in reverse, and then the Ten of Pentacles. This is somebody who's pouring it all out. Aries, Cancer, Sag, Pisces, Scorpio, Virgo. This is somebody who, like I said, I just want love again. Well, for you to want love again and to attract it, you first have to love yourself. If you want a private reading and we can figure out how we can get you back to that frequency of love to be able to attract it, the link is in my description. You can book a private reading, love, okay? So the Page of Cups is somebody who's coming in, asking you for a new beginning. Like, let's start over. Let's try this again. The signs that I mentioned. Virgo, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Sag, Aries. Taurus. Because the Page of Rods can be Sag and Taurus. Right? This is somebody like wanting the Ten of Pentacles with you. They want to build, they want the house, they want the child, they want the, let's work on, and I kind of feel like this is somebody new. This is not for like the others of you that somebody from your past or somebody who's already in your life coming back in. No, this is somebody new. Well, my baby mama's an Aries. She left me 2 years ago. I then fell in love recently with a Pisces who only wanted friends with benefits. Yeah, and all of these people are only a reflection of how you keep abandoning yourself to receive love from them when you can give it to yourself and then attract it within a soulmate. So you're dating and getting into these relationships with no intention. There's no intention on how you're dating and why you're dating them. First, it was the baby's mom and you had a kid with them and then she left you. And then it was the second person who you still fell in love with them knowing that they just wanted friends with benefits. So you're not loving yourself. These people are a reflection of how you're not loving yourself thoroughly. And you need to love yourself thoroughly to be able to attract the type of love that you want. Good evening, my love, Johira. How are you? Remember to subscribe if you're resonating with the messages collective, okay? And to like the video so it can circulate for the algorithm. So now there's somebody here coming in. This is somebody who's working up the courage to introduce themselves to you, expose how they feel about how you make them feel, even though they don't know you yet. There's something about you that's attracting them to you. All my intentions are always love. I want a woman. It doesn't matter if your intentions are always love. That's not what I'm saying. You're dating without intention. Just because you know how to love does not mean that the people that you're loving know how to reciprocate love. The reason why they don't know how to reciprocate love is because the only reason why you're loving is to receive love in return, because you don't love yourself. You need to learn how to serve yourself. And in serving yourself, these women will submit into serving you in the way that you want them to love you, for how you're loving them. It's okay that you're a loyal person, but you need to ask yourself, why do you keep attracting people that don't want commitment? That's because you're not in commitment with yourself. You need to learn how to be in communion and commitment with yourself. This is why you're attracting people who don't want to be committed or be loyal. Because you really don't love yourself. You think you do. And this might come from your inner child, where you weren't emotionally validated by one of your parents. You're very smart, intelligent, and wise. I like you a lot. Thank you. No, thank you for those words and validating me. Remember to like the video and subscribe, guys. Look at how you're in your ego. I take care of myself and I pay my bills. Once again, this has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with your emotional intelligence. And how you feel that just because you serve a woman, that she's forced to love you. That she has to love you in the way that you love her. That's egotistical. I appreciate your perspective and your time as well. We're only here to learn about each other. That's the way that we find the answers, right? The Two of Rods. Yeah, being able to explore other avenues of yourself. For some of you, if it's not this new person that's coming in, because of what you're attracting and how you're attracting it. It's okay to provide, but it doesn't mean that you're going to get the love that you want from them. This is the part that you keep over jumping. You keep overstepping it. Which is where the force comes in. You think that just by providing and being the best man that you can be, that they're going to submit and be what you want them to be, or love you how, or appreciate you, or validate you how you want them to. Like I said, it comes from your inner child and not being emotionally validated. So you will provide and you will bend over backwards and do everything and anything that you need to do to give it to them, but it won't make them, because you're attracting something that is a representation that's within yourself that you're ignoring. You'll get it when you're meant to get it. If not, like I said, you're just going to keep attracting the same type of women that will never commit to you and will never give you the type of love that you are giving to them because it's not reciprocal. So we're going to move on from this energy. I get what you're saying. I just don't like to be alone. Yeah, because you don't love yourself. Because anybody who does love themselves loves to be alone. They love their own company. You're just proving my point. Let's go into advice. I've been alone for 11 years, and I love being alone. I love my peace. I love the fact that I don't have to bend over backwards to make somebody love me or to feel validated. I love myself enough. So when I go and find love, I'm going to attract somebody that resembles that love. Because it's only a representation of how I love myself. This is why these women won't commit to you. Because it's a reflection of how they don't love themselves. So even if you're a good man, they will not stay. Because it's a reflection of how you generally don't love yourself. And you're just doing everything and anything even though they don't deserve it. Let's go into advice. And I'm going to conclude the reading for this week. Next week, we're going to go into the 12 zodiac signs and love. So starting with Aries and ending with Pisces. And we're going to go into the energy of love and see what everybody's going through. And remember, if you want monthly zodiac readings, go to patreon.com/the-joey. The link is in the description box down there. If you want a private reading, the link is down there. If you want to follow my Facebook or my TikTok for other readings, it's down there as well. But Patreon is where it's at. It's where you get zodiac readings, moon readings, ancestral readings, also other more advanced like emotional readings, right? Relationship patterns. Thanks for your wisdom. And thank you for being a reflection of that wisdom. Being able to be, egoless enough to listen and to, go back and forth and, reciprocate and transmute the energy. So it takes strength to recognize the need for change. What did I say in this reading? It takes strength to recognize the need for change. And back to what you love is the advice, which is reevaluate your desires. Because what you desire maybe isn't good for you. The fact that you desire that you want to be in love so bad and you don't like to be alone does not mean that it's good for you. Maybe you need to be alone right now to be able to get to know yourself for a lot of you. Some of you, you need to leave that relationship to get to know yourself. Some of you have to reevaluate your desires. Do I really want this? Does it serve my soul, my mind, my emotions? Does it really? Or am I just settling because eventually I think it's going to give me what I want? You need to question these relationship patterns. Because when you got into these relationships, a lot of you were just going with the fucking flow. And for some of you that are in these connections that are not relationships yet, stop going with the flow and intentionally put into that connection what you want it to become. And I bet you that it'll become what you want it to. Because these relationships are only a reflection of where you are with the relationship with self. So back to what you love, which is number 3. You can change what you are doing at any time within these relationships or these connections. You do not have to feel stuck. Go back to what you know, and more importantly, to what you love, which is yourself. Right? Ask your angels to guide you with this process. You can do anything you generally want to do. Take inventory, look at where you got off track, and find what you need to get back to. You are meant to live a life of happiness, bliss, love, relationship, and wealth are all your fates. But you have to have these things for yourself first. You can change your mind at any time and do something you have always longed to. When you do something you love, you reconnect with your bliss and your own love of self. A girl celebrates as she finds a beautiful path before her. The doves flying next to her symbolize love, peace, and tranquility. The butterflies leading her through the way denote rejuvenation and transformation of self. A face in the distance is watching over this path as a reminder that you are never alone and your path is always divinely guided as long as you choose self love. Collective. Listen, I love what I do because I'm always being validated. Love yourself. Always remember to let your inner celestial light shine. I love you. You are me, and I am you. Okay? I love you, collective. Remember to go add yourself to the Patreon gang. The content and readings are lit over there. Go dive into your zodiac, your individual zodiac signs. Go listen to the ancestral readings, the moon readings, all of that. I have a $5 tier, $11 tier, $22 tier with celebrity and world updates as well, readings and all of that. I love you. I hope that this reading served you in some way, shape, or form, and I'll see you next time. You're really mean. What you're saying, so confident in the words you're speaking. You are the truth. Love you. And I love you guys too. Gang, gang. I'll see you next time. Bye. Oh, like, share, subscribe. And I'll see you next time.